Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. My drying hair is starting to become an issue. I'm gonna have to go throw a hat on, but I finished watching the last trailer that I just checked out, which of course is the official trailer for John Wick Chapter 4. You can see that right up there. But it just put me in the mood for a showdown. You know, there's a big showdown coming there between Donnie Yen and Keanu Reeves that I'm very excited about. But there's another showdown in the world that is coming that I am like ecstatic about. Put Jonathan Majors in everything as far as I'm concerned. Like if we get to a John Wick Chapter 5, make Jonathan Majors. I don't know if that's the right kind of action for Jonathan Majors, but I think he could learn and pull it off. And when you see what this guy has done to get ready for this movie, ooh, I cannot wait to watch him and Michael B. Jordan throw down. What are we talking about? Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat, excuse the noise outside. You know, it's been like 2 years of construction out there, so you're used to it. But please, don't mind it. And why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We are getting ready to take a look at the official trailer for Creed 3. That is really, it's like they're right outside my window, and they are, but like they're not. But nevertheless, I'm getting distracted by the outside world when I need to be focused on the thing that gets me distracted from the outside world. And that's, of course, movies. And the Creed franchise has been phenomenal. If you've been watching me recently, you know I talked about Wakanda Forever. Obviously just came out and was talking about Ryan Coogler. And Ryan Coogler's, like, big screen debut started in this franchise, right? I mean, he'd obviously done Fruitvale Station prior, but like Creed was the first chance for him to do like a blockbuster level movie, and he knocked it out of the ballpark, right? It's one of these things where the Rocky franchise after 4 struggled to find its footing. Pretty much everything they've done with Rocky since, 5, Rocky Balboa was like okay. It was a better return than 5, but like those movies were not working. The franchise was dying, but it's a franchise that can turn out the cash, baby, because people love Rocky and people love an underdog story. And you give Ryan Coogler the ability to take on the concept of like Rocky training like Creed's kid. And it's just a genius concept. Michael B. Jordan, the perfect casting for that role. His relationship with Sly was so legit. And like, it really was a driving force in that movie, as well as his relationship with Tessa Thompson. That continued in the sequel as you brought in Drago's kid. And now, we not only get to turn to the 3rd chapter of this franchise, and probably not the closing chapter, as Ryan Coogler's handed the reins off to Michael B. Jordan, who makes his directorial debut with this one. And man, is he a smart guy to come out and get Jonathan Majors to be his opponent. I saw Majors is one of these guys that I think the world is starting to learn quickly, and as I've watched him, is someone who's just going to put everything he has into it. And if you get someone like Jonathan Majors to step into a boxing role, he's going to go above and beyond. We've all seen one of the health magazines that had him on the cover. I mean, my dude is shredded. And there was early leaked footage out, I think in Venice Beach, of like the first time we actually saw like Michael B. Jordan in the director's chair, like doing things. And it's filming a sequence where Jonathan Majors is on like parallel bars. They're like metal bars that kind of go up like this and down in the sand. And, usually do them for traps, or not traps, for tries. But he's on it like he's doing a push-up, and he does a push-up down, a push-up up, and then he jumps, and then a push-up down, and moves his way down, and like you see him not get through it, but it's the level of commitment that guy has, very similar to a guy like Michael B. Jordan, who, I mean, got big for this movie, and I can't wait to see this showdown, and I can't wait to see this official trailer. I love that we didn't even go in on a teaser. Creed 3 was just like, screw it, we're coming in full boat, man. We're giving you 2.5 wonderful minutes of Creed content, so get ready and enjoy. And that's exactly what we are going to do. So let's get the trailer up. Let's take a look at the official trailer for Creed 3.
I spent the last 7 years of my life living out my wildest dreams. Bianca, Rocky.
Ooh, that Canelo?
My dad. This is built on their shoulders.
Sitdown.
man. Can I help you?
Let me get an autograph.
Nah, I ain't signing an autograph. So get off my car.
You don't remember me, huh?
Ooh. Oh.
How long were you locked up?
18 years, bro. Just got out last week.
Glad to have you back up.
I know I've been away a long time, but get myself in shape. I still got gas in the tank.
Come by the gym.
Thank you.
Oh.
Curious what happened
He's
with you.
gonna train him to fight him.
We was like brothers. I
Wow.
was the best, though. Man, I never got a chance to prove that. That's huge.
It's a dude that's been waiting 18 years for this. Woo!
I know what you're doing, Donnie. You don't owe this dude nothing.
Dude,
Damien's fighting the world. He's trying to hurt people.
let's go.
You think you mad? Try spending half your life in a cell.
Oh, he's
Watching somebody else live your life. I'm coming for everything. You threatening me?
Oh, dude.
Something is going
Go.
on with you.
Damien was like family.
Damien's gonna take him out. Yep.
Oh, we passed talking.
Oh no, they took out one of his guys instead.
I recognize mine, I know that they needed me. Traumatic stress, watch it manifest. Got my only fear, I ain't scared of death. Did you hear me yet? I ain't scared of death.
It's a tree? Yo, dude, let's go.
I need you to let go of your fear. Let go of the guilt. Let go of whatever was and walk into what is.
I feel those chains are breaking, yeah. Fear God,
Oh,
fear
dude. Dude, let's go. Fire me up, man. Like, one of the things that I love about this franchise is just the way that it finds, like, in routes to tap into the original franchise. And what's really cool here, tapping into one of my favorite Rocky storylines of all time. When you get to Rocky 3, right, where Rocky's finally beat Creed, he's on top of the world. Who comes along but this, brawling, huge Mr. T? And he's just like, you're full of shit, bro. You don't have anything. Like, your trainer's been setting up all these losers. Come fight a real man. And you watch, it's why it's one of my, like, Rocky 4, obviously, the all-time best. But after that, for me, I love going to 3 because you see Rocky get absolutely torn apart. Like, shown that he is not the champ he thinks he is. Brings him all the way back to Rocky 1, man. Like, you get to that place where, like, when you're on top of the world, you get comfortable. And you kind of need that push to go find that thing that made you what you were the first time. And it's one of the sleepers about Rocky 3 that I feel like people always kind of skip over when you're talking. Because you get, the first two and Creed, all that stuff is phenomenal. Rocky 4 is one of the most legendary boxing movies ever. 3 gets lost sometimes. And to see Creed 3, which skipped a bunch of things and went right and grabbed Drago for 2, to see it go into kind of like a Mr. T storyline where you make this movie super personal. And like personal on a different kind of level. And while it doesn't look like we're going to see Jonathan Majors take Michael B. Jordan out early in the movie, which is what happens to Rocky, and then you get to see him build back up to fight Mr. T again. This seems like it's going to be a build just two fighting each other, where you're seeing Jonathan Majors take out like Michael B. Jordan's guys, and that's the interesting thing too that I like here is I don't think anywhere in that character is there the idea or ability of like I'm just take easy fights, right? And as long as Rocky was in his corner, I don't think Rocky would have done that either. So it's one of those you kind of can't use that reminiscent bit to get you there. So what do? When you're on top of the world in sports now, you're a mogul. You know what I mean? Like, this is a guy who's building a brand. He's building an entire world where all the people, can live off of the business that he's built. And that's got similar vibes to Rocky 3, right? Where it's like Rocky is on top of the world. He's got all the money, and he gets dragged all the way down. So to have kind of like Michael B. Jordan in this place where, I've built this name, on top of, from what my dad did to now what I've done. I've built a name, I've built a brand, I've got a gym, I've got boxers, And then there's just this dude leaning on your car, and you find out that it's a guy who went to jail, possibly for Creed, and then watched him live his life, right? Like, that motivation, that kind of anger, that's the kind of stuff you want to see in a fight. And I'm telling you, it's one of these things where could you see the hero lose, right? Like, that was one of the surprising things about Rocky 3, is that you don't expect him to fight Mr. T so early, and then he gets destroyed. I mean, maybe in real life building up to it, it was kind of built in the trailers in the theaters that like he gets taken out. But like, as a kid, the first time you're watching Rocky 3, you're like, wait, what happened? What? The hero? He's got the belt. He doesn't lose. Like, so would Michael B. Jordan take a crazy shot? The one thing that we haven't seen this franchise do, bring back a fight, right? Like the Rocky 1, Rocky 2. That's Rocky Creed. Could you be building maybe to a sequel from this movie where it's Michael B. Jordan who's got to pick up the pieces? Like, instead of doing it in the same movie, do you maybe break it out into two? Could Jonathan Majors actually win this fight? It's one of those things where you could build that fight to be phenomenal, the choreography could be great, but like, everybody's expecting Creed to win. Where's the curveball loss? Is there a curveball loss in this franchise? That would be fascinating. And I tell you what, it's one of those, like, if you could look into the future and see what this movie might do box office wise, because I think it's gonna be doing some big business. Like, would you want to have I don't know, man. It's fascinating. I have a feeling that won't happen. I think Michael B. Jordan will probably win. They could use this as the capper and just be done with 3 movies. But this also feels like it could be like I'm just of the mindset of, like, just seeing what I'm seeing here with him and Jonathan Majors. Like, I would take 2 movies of that. I don't know. Am I a crazy person? I'm going to shut up and ask you that. How nuts am I? Do you want to see Michael B. Jordan's Creed lose and set up a 4th Creed that has him and Majors going toe-to-toe again? I don't know. Because it feels like he's got that ferocity that Mr. T had. And, like, you see Mr. T dismantle Rocky. Is that even fathomably possible in this movie? Or are we just building to 2 dudes throwing down in an epic boxing fight that probably has Creed walking away as the winner? What are you liking about the trailer? What do you think about the future of the movie, and where could it be going? Anything you got, man, good, bad, indifferent, on the official trailer and Creed 3 itself, put it down below in the comments section. Look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out and see, man, anytime we're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions, you want to be here as we approach Creed. We got John Wick in a shorter amount of time, about 4 months for that one. No, actually, no, I lied. John Wick 4 comes out after this. This is the beginning. I'm like looking right at the date, 3/3/23. Here, right at the beginning of March. You want to be here to see my thoughts on that before I get to John Wick Chapter 4. You want to see if I can find a way to get my hair out of my face. Spoilers. I will. It's very easy. Just put a hat on. But, you want to show a little love and support to this wild and crazy dude who just loves film and movies and nerdy things. And you haven't yet, it's super easy. Why don't you come join C-Maniac Nation, where you can hang out and do all those fun things simply by jumping over there, hitting the subscribe button, hit that little bell if you want those alerts, and until next time for the C-Man Cinema Sit Down. I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. Oh, you guys are still here. You snuck up on me. You must be looking for more of this guy. Well, I got 2 video options for you, man. Right up here and right over here. And if you want all those C-Man goodies, well, hey, come join the squad right on over there, and I'll catch you on the next one.